What is up, everybody? Tuberversity here today, and we have to talk about this post I just found extremely ridiculous. Alan Wake 2 just dropped. It just released on all consoles, PS5, Xbox, and PC as well. And while it released, Xbox fans are talking about how they just played it, saying how the game's pretty much fun so far. And while they say the game was fun amongst themselves, here is a Sony fanboy saying, "Are the bots," which I'm appreciate when they say, "Are the bots finally understanding why we like Sony movie games?" Which is a very odd post when you see somebody saying they enjoy this game, then you come in and say, "Do you see why we like the Sony games now?" And it's like, really? The original Alan Wake started as an Xbox exclusive. It only just came multiplayer until recently, like the Xbox. When was it? Like Xbox One generation, I believe, when this became on all systems. But yeah, Xbox One Series, I think it's Xbox One generation, it came multi-platform. But like this guy says, I've been seeing posts from people saying that Xbox fans shouldn't be hyped about Alan Wake 2 because it's a PlayStation style game. This is so stupid because Alan Wake quite literally started as an Xbox game, only on Xbox 360, literally an Xbox game. But these guys are rewriting history. Apparently, they want to rewrite history, saying this is a Sony movie style game. Well, nope, Alan Wake was originally an Xbox game, so I don't know what this guy's talking about. But then again, you can see from his profile when he says Abby is the GOAT, just to show you that they really love their masculine female characters at the PlayStation side of things, right there. Just Abby is the GOAT. That's a laughable statement right there, but. Yeah, this is ridiculous. When this game, I haven't played Alan Wake 2 yet. I'm excited to play it. Probably gonna wait for that one. But when this game becomes a walking simulator, then you can say it's a Sony style game. Or it's like when you start seeing like a sad, disappointed dad, then you can classify it as a Sony movie game, so to say. When you get more walking segments where you can't move, you can't interact with anything, you're just forced to just walk and see a big budget cutscene, then you can say it's a Sony movie game. But I don't say you can classify Alan Wake 2 as a Sony template style game. It's just laughable. But, they are taking anything to try to consider it a PlayStation style game because PlayStation only dropped one major first party game this year, which is Spider-Man 2. And because that game is catching some flack, they're just trying to grasp at anything to consider it a Sony or PlayStation game, which is kind of sad. So, let's see what people got to say about this. This isn't a Sony movie game. There are no sad dads in sight. Yes. You don't see any disappointed fathers who are definitely sad and disappointed in this game. So I don't think it qualifies as a Sony movie game, so to say. Then this clown says, this is all they ever wanted. Look at the frauds who put Hellblade 2 as their most anticipated game, bar none. They desperately want just one of these games, and we have a half dozen on PS5. Ha ha ha. These people are so entrenched to this whole console war thing. They do realize the average person they're arguing with is like a grown adult. I'm pretty sure that even if you have the most trashiest job, you can still afford both consoles. Like, honestly, like, it's just fascinating. So if you really want to play what they have, play these games that they just desperately have, you can most likely buy a PS5 and play these games. It is so ridiculous. They say jealousy is a hell of a drug. Really? I mean, I have a PS5. I'm pretty sure the average grown adult who prefers Xbox probably has a PS5 as well. So, the difference is that the style of game is the style of game is all Sony makes. Xbox gamers play a diverse lineup of first-party games. Yes, there's a huge difference, a huge diversity. This guy says diverse my ass. He is really triggered. Like, he's literally responding to everybody in the comment section. He is so triggered that the most played games are Call of Duty, Fortnite, Rainbow Six, Roblox. I mean, that's still pretty diverse right there, but that's only the top 4. Like, showing the entire 50. Pretty sure the entire 50 is extremely diverse, but, this dude is so butthurt about anything Xbox. He's literally, look, why is he replying to everybody in the thread? Like, get a life. Jeez. They're so obsessed with Xbox. It's insane. Like, bro, do you have a job where you constantly console warring? Like, you just like, this is from 17 hours ago, from 2 hours ago. This guy clearly has no job. Like, bro, this is 2 minutes ago. Like, this is craziness right here. Get a job. Touch grass. One of the two at this point. Like, jeez. This dude is constantly wanting to stop. Look, every comment he's replying to somebody. Like, that is just wild. Bots like walking simulators. Nope. As an Xbox fan, if most of these games are walking simulators, I'm out. It's like, I don't need to play a big budget cutscene and you just walking most of the time. You're not even interacting with the game. If the Xbox start copying that formula, then nope. I'll say no to that game. So this guy's definitely wrong about that one. No, because those Sony movie games have bang average cliche stories. Alan Wake has a very good and interesting story. This guy's literally replying to everybody. Like, this is crazy. Like, this dude needs to be checked on. Like, why is he replying to everybody from like 17 hours to like 2 minutes ago? Like, this is insane. These guys literally have no jobs. They literally are super obsessed with the whole console war thing. Then somebody has a drawing of an Xbox guy crying. I don't get that statement when you're literally talking about two Xbox guys enjoying this game. It doesn't make any sense, but you know, Sony guys never make any sense at this point. I don't know, guys. Pretty much everybody else can do the Sony thing much better than Sony, Remedy, Rockstar, CD Projekt Red, and so on. Let's see. An Xbox guy crying once again. That literally makes no sense because you got two Xbox guys saying they enjoyed this game, so this meme doesn't even make sense. Most were already a fan of Alan Wake Part 1 was an exclusive to Xbox, which they seem to be forgetting that Alan Wake Part 1 was an exclusive. So this whole thread makes no sense in all its reality, because Alan Wake 1 was exclusive to Xbox. Now he's saying they're shocked Xbox fans are enjoying the sequel, which was once exclusive to Xbox to begin with. The issue with Sony is the lack of variety. It's pretty much all third-person action adventure games, at least when it comes to the more notable or big-budget games. Yes, they all have the same template where you have a bow and arrow, you play as a sad dad. It's big-budget cutscenes where you're just forced to walk through most of the segments. And they're fine with 14-hour games now. Oh man, they're so butthurt that people criticize Spider-Man too. I mean, I get it. That's the only big first-party game you got this year, so I get it. You gotta be super defensive about that Spider-Man game. The problem is that Sony only have movie games, and that is what they're not getting. There's not a huge diversity in Sony's lineup right there, while Xbox has a huge diversity of different games you can play. So this is nothing like PlayStation Cinematic Games, LMAO. It's more like a cinematic store version of Resident Evil 2 Remake. Essentially, remove all the moment-to-moment cutscenes that take control from you and replace them with lots of exploration and puzzle solving. It's not the movie part that's the problem, it's the fact that some of those stories are boring as crap. Alan Wake 2 isn't. I thought they hated the big budget third-person story-driven one-and-done games. We hate it if that's all we're getting. They seem not to get that concept. If all we're getting is the same templated games, and even worse when they start remastering those same templated games, and it's like, that's when people have a problem with it. We have huge diversity, like what Xbox has been providing. It's not an issue. They seem just not to get that concept, apparently. I guess they love the 5-hour movie games. They keep saying the same joke. It's not going to be funny, especially if the 10th person said the same comment. Pony's taking credit for a game that's available on multiple platforms. That is the saddest part about this. Why are you taking credit for a game that's going to be on multiple platforms? They did the same thing with Baldur's Gate 3, a game they didn't even buy. They hyped up, but they didn't even buy it according to stats. But you know, they're going to take credit for it anyway. And it sounds about right. They literally take credit for games that's on multiple platforms and brag about it. That's the most saddest thing ever. All good and well, but when it's the only game that Sony can make, it becomes a bore. The problem is that's all you have on PlayStation. The problem when two PlayStation drug addicts talk. Okay. Honestly was bored to tears playing the game before this part. I think they should have eased into a case mechanics. Also play late night. Was tired, so didn't help. Was hooked from this point on though. The difference is that this is a horror game. It suits the genre, and also it's not every single game we get. So the big sentiment is that Sony gets a lot of these same template games, these big budget walking games, simulators, and I was like, they really will compare this game because Xbox fans are excited about this. It's like, really, can't conflate the two, really. But you know, Sony fanboys gonna do what they can to try to get some type of W, imaginary W, over Xbox fans. It's just ridiculous. Second time this pony has been too shook to tag me, and this isn't a sad dad game. Halloween 2 isn't a Sony movie game. There's a huge difference between execution versus how Sony games are. Don't let them fool you. They be eating from the PlayStation buffet and living it for a very long time. If that was true, then I'm pretty sure they have the same pony rhetoric that you have, and they'll probably be joining the stables along with you. But I'm pretty sure most Xbox gamers enjoy these games occasionally, but that's not the main games they play. I don't know why that's so hard to understand from these guys, but you know, they got problem comprehending things a lot of the times. Look at this fanboy cling to a game that doesn't deserve Sony copycat template comparisons. Can't get any more brain rot than this. This is nothing Sony has put on it that even remotely comes close to Alan Wake 2. We don't like Sony movie games. Seem to forget that Sony only knows how to make third-person action games and Gran Turismo. Someone want to tell us a sequel to the Xbox exclusive game, which they just coincidentally just forgot this sequel to the Xbox exclusive game. Apparently, today look at the dumb gamers trying to console war. That's the politically correct way of saying that statement right there. Xbox fans have known Remedy formula through several games: Alan Wake, American Nightmare, Quantum Break, and Control. Yeah, Xbox had 2 exclusive Remedy games. Now I think about it, they had the Alan Wake game and they had Quantum Break, which are both exclusives. So to say this is a Sony template game is just so stupid. But you know. But yeah, I'm gonna conclude it right here. They're just roasting this guy. Like, it's so stupid. You just think about it. Like, it is so stupid. Literally, you're saying this is a Sony template. So you're trying to give Sony credit for a game that's been exclusive to Xbox. The prequel, the predecessor has been exclusive to Xbox, which is saying it's a Sony style game. It's just so stupid. But you know, these guys really don't think that hard, even with their insults. It's so dumb. Just so like, why would you even say something like this? But then again, this guy is literally console warring. He's literally arguing with everybody from like a 20-hour gap, 20 to like 5 minutes ago. He's arguing with people. So you know, this guy just has no life at this point. But I would include it right here. I'm not giving this guy too much time at this point, but definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and peace.